Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is officially wedding season and I have one today, so I thought that I would do a little get ready with me with you. So first off, I'm gonna shower so that I have a clean slate, so let's go do that. Okay, here I am, fresh and clean. First, I'm going to put moisturizer on my face, and I used to use this Cetaphil moisturizer, but I would still have like dry patches on my skin in some places, and then when you try to put makeup on, it just like accentuates that. So I've been loving using oil, and so I've been using the Aveda Shampoo Composition Oil, and it has done wonders for my skin. Like, I have never seen my skin any better or smoother, less dry than this. So I just put a few drops in my hand and then rub it all over my face. And it smells so good. It smells like all the Aveda products. Like, if you've ever been to an Aveda salon or used any of their products, they have like their signature smell, and this is what it smells like. I just feel like I have salon products on me all day. It smells so good. And this oil doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel like there's a thick layer of oil on my skin, and it soaks into my skin pretty quickly, and then I don't have like that oily film over my face. All right, that looks good. My face is so red still from the shower. Anytime I'm warm from exercising or I get warm in the shower, my face stays red for way longer than it should. Okay, and then I have notoriously dry lips, so I use Aquaphor. I had so many like skin lip dryness issues when I was younger, and Aquaphor has always saved the day. I may look gross now, but that's just the process of a glow up, I guess. Okay, and then just brush through my hair. I normally brush it back like this, and then it kind of just finds its own part where my colic is. So you can kind of see, if I go like this, it kind of just forms there. I don't even use a comb anymore because it just does it by itself. Oops. Okay, my hair is sopping wet right now, so I'm gonna let it air dry for a little bit before I do anything to it so I don't have to put like a ton of heat on it. So I will check back in when it dries a little bit, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. All right, it is about 30 minutes later and my hair is no longer sopping wet. You can see like the top layers are getting a little bit dry, so I figured now is a good time to dry it. So I use the Revlon blow dryer brush, which I feel like everyone uses, but basically my hair is super thick, so I do it in layers, and I just feel like it adds some volume to my hair, because if I would just go in and straighten it right away, it would be like really flat at the roots. And I feel like when I blow dry it, it gives it some volume, and then I just clean it up a little bit with the hair straightener because I have a lot of like really curly roots. So the hair straightener kind of flattens those out a little bit without making them super flat. This still gives it like that blowout volume. Time to get started. Okay, so this is what the first layer looks like. You can see it's relatively straight, but as we start getting to these top pieces, they're really curly, but I'm going to skip ahead until that is done and you can see what it looks like. Also, I just put on like a big comfy t-shirt to get ready in, and then later I will like change into my dress and stuff and you can see what it looks like. All right, skipping ahead to dry hair. Okay, now it's dry and you can see it's kind of awkward. Like the bottom layers are really straight. If I go like this, I probably wouldn't need to do anything. But it's these top pieces that just don't cooperate. I think it's just because there's no weight on them. They just aren't tame. It's not terrible, but I just need to like clean it up a little bit. So I did put heat protectant on before I dried my hair, so it should be good for when I straighten it. But I just use a Chi Air, and I have had it like 4 or 5 years now. I got it in high school on Black Friday, but it's pretty pricey, but it definitely lasts a long time. Like my old ones that I would get at like Target and just like the cheapy ones would like start to rust, and this one has lasted me a really long time. So I hope it continues to last. But about like a year or two ago, when Casper was a puppy, he chewed this up, and I just have like this ratchet duct tape on it, but I think it is doing pretty well. So I'm just gonna tie back these top layers just to see if there's anything on the bottom layers that I want to clean up a little bit. But the bottom layers I shouldn't need to use too much heat on. I feel like I'm so boring with my hair. Like my go-to is always just to like straighten it. I feel like it's just better with like wind, and it's just very like wind resistant. When if I have it like up or curled, I feel like it would fall easier. I don't know. I might just be boring. But I haven't truly mastered the art of curling my hair yet. I feel like since my hair is so thick, it's difficult. Because if I use a really tight rod, I have really tight curls, and since my hair is so thick, it makes it look like I have a perm, because like those really tight curls really like stack up when you do layers. So I don't really like that look. And then when I use a bigger rod, I feel like my hair is so heavy that the curls don't stay, they just fall. So I haven't really mastered that yet. I feel like I should have at this point in my life. But straight it is, I guess. I feel like if I had naturally straight hair, I would not wear it straight as much. But my hair just naturally is like a hot mess. So I feel like straightening it is put together, where I feel like when other people wear their straight hair, it's just their natural hair and they're being lazy about it. And I'm kind of jealous, but don't get me wrong, I love having thick hair. I just wish I had hair where I didn't have to style it to make it look decent. When I don't style my hair and I just let it air dry in the shower, it looks like a rat's nest. So I'm just going over this bottom layer a little bit because it's not like as straight as I would like it to be, but it's really not terrible. I feel like it's so crazy that I'm at the age where my friends are getting married. Like, I don't feel old enough for that. I have 3 weddings this summer. I think it's like every other weekend for the next, well, I guess like 3 weddings, but that's a lot of weddings. And I don't feel like I'm at that age yet. I feel like I'm at that awkward in-between stage where it's like some people my age are in college, some of them have full-time jobs, some are getting married, some are having kids. Like, you know, it's at that point where it's like everyone's at a different place in their life. Where in high school, everyone was in high school and you were all at the same place. But now everyone went their own ways, and it's just interesting to see like where people are in their life at different ages. Okay, I'm gonna bring a second layer down and pretty much do the same thing. The second layer doesn't look super crazy, so I should be able to just do what I did on the last layer. Yeah, it's not bad. There's just like pieces like this that I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I just want to like fix up a little pieces. So the wedding I'm going to today is someone from my hometown. So we lived in the same hometown, but we didn't go to the same school because there were 2 different high schools in our city, but we played softball together for a long time. So I've known her since maybe middle school or early high school, and then she's a grade older than me, but we ended up going to the same college, which is rare because we grew up in Wisconsin and now we're in Iowa, but it just happened to work out that way. And then my sophomore year of college, her junior year of college, we lived together in an apartment, and now she lives with her fiance, soon to be husband, and their dog, and I live with my boyfriend and our dog. So it's just kind of nice that we got to live together, and then we went our separate ways with our boyfriends. But it was fun, like growing up with someone and then going to college and living with them. Kind of cool. And then later this month, I think in like a week and a half, we are going to California. So there's someone that I have been friends with since freshman year, and he's from California, and he has been dating this girl since high school, and she actually went to college in California, so they were doing long distance for a long time. And then this year she came to Iowa to live with him, and now they're getting married, and they're getting married back in California. So me and Dom and our friend Andrew, who is actually the best man, we're all flying to California in a week and a half, and it should be really fun. I've never been to California. The furthest west I think I've been is Arizona, and then I also went to Hawaii a long time ago, but that's not like the mainland. So that'll be a fun wedding, like being out of state. And then after that wedding, like 2 days after we get back from California, we move. So it's gonna be kind of chaotic, but we're moving back to Wisconsin. And then I think a week and a half after we move is my cousin's wedding. And that'll also be in Wisconsin, just like 2 hours away from where we live. So that won't be a big thing, and that's a family wedding, so I'll go like with my parents and my brother. And then 2 days after that wedding, I start my full-time job. So there's just a lot of exciting things happening this summer, and it's all coming up really quick. We have a lot to do in a little amount of time, but it'll be good. Okay, back to the hair. You can see that as we get higher up in my layers, it is a little bit crazier. Like my roots here don't cooperate, and they like to be really curly, so I gotta run this through them a little bit more than the bottom layers, but that is okay. Here I have to go like really close to the root, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to get those kinks out, where on other pieces I don't necessarily have to go as close. Much better. My chair is so squeaky. I need a new chair before I start working from home because this thing is breaking on me. Funny story, I never really had a desk. I always just like did some studying in bed, otherwise I did all of my studying on campus. But I think it was like November or December of 2019, I got a desk just because I was studying at home more, I guess, and I wanted a designated place. And then, you know, a few months later was the pandemic, and desks were like completely sold out because everyone was needing a desk to do stuff from home. So I kind of got lucky because I spend so much time at my desk, like all day at my desk now. And just like, it was such a coincidence that I got it right before I needed it, because who knew we were going to be doing online classes, working from home, not being able to go on campus to do homework and stuff. So I kind of got really lucky. I feel like I haven't recorded in a while. Like, I know that you guys have seen videos recently, but I kind of get in these moods where I want to film like a ton of videos at one time, and then for like a week I don't want to film anything. So like, for example, I haven't filmed in over a week. Like, my last video that I filmed was over a week ago, and now I'm like back into the filming mode after taking a week off, and I'm doing this video, and I have a clothing haul coming up, so I'm getting back into it. It's just a cycle. But I always try to post at least 2 times per week for you guys, and if I'm feeling really motivated, I will post more, but 2 is kind of my minimum, where I really want to get 2 videos out every week. Okay, now this is where it starts to get pretty crazy. You can see that these pieces are not straight at all, and they look so much shorter. Oh, look. It'll be so weird seeing people from my hometown in Iowa. I feel like it's just, this is a out of, what am I trying to say? I cannot speak today. When I'm in Iowa City, it's like a whole different life, and then when I go home, I kind of jump back into my old life, and here I feel like everything's just gonna collide. One more layer. Okay, I'm just gonna run, stupid squeaky chair. I'm just gonna run my brush through the hair. Oh, I meant to say something else. I cannot speak. I'm just gonna run my brush, no, I'm just gonna run the brush through my hair. Yep. Cannot speak today. And I just still went over that part, but it's just gonna like fall into place pretty much. There we go. So you can see it has like still some volume even though I straightened it, and that is because of the Revlon brush. I have like a canker sore on my lip. I think I bit my lip last night or something. Oh, that's obnoxious. It's not bad when I smile. Gross. Gross. Okay, now we're gonna do some light makeup. My skin has been pretty good lately, so I'm just gonna do like a really thin layer of foundation and then go from there. So I've tried using foundation with a brush in the past, and I just think I don't have the right brushes for it, which I could easily go get. But I'm sticking to my beauty blender, so I have my beauty blender, and then I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Nude Ivory, which I'm sure is like the lightest shade that you can get because I'm so pale. So I just untwist it and I put like one side of this on my wrist, and that's pretty much all that I really use. So I just take this and then I use like this top part to apply it. So I just put like a very small amount on there, and then I start, I'm gonna need a mirror for this. I just kind of start putting it on my right side of my face. And I really use a very small amount because otherwise it makes my face look dry and cakey. And I just kind of make my way around my face. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids because I tend to have really dark eyelids because I have bad allergies and like rubbing my eyes and stuff, and they just get pretty irritated. And I still have a decent amount on my hand, so I'm gonna kind of blend it down my neck. And even that little amount of foundation I always have left over, I just don't put that much on. If my face is breaking out a lot, then I will, but normally I try to avoid it. So I just have a little bit of extra, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on my cheeks, and a little bit more just where I think it needs it. Okay, so this is my foundation. You can see a couple like dry patches, and in these places I'm gonna put a little bit of my oil because I feel like when I put lotion on these places, it just like wipes the makeup right off. But if I put a little bit of this oil, it kind of just moisturizes that dry spot without getting rid of a ton of makeup. Because when you have a dry patch and you're trying to put makeup on that spot, you know that the makeup just makes that spot even more noticeable, which is annoying. Alright, good enough. And I'm gonna put some Aquaphor on my lips right now because I feel like they're really dry right now and my lips are sticking together. Much better. This cold sore sucks. Canker sore? It's not a cold sore. I think it's a canker sore. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer. So I just use the CoverGirl stick, and it's in the shade Fair, which I'm sure is, again, the lightest shade. But I just put this anywhere where I have a red spot, and then I also put it under my eyes. And then I use this brush. There's no label on it anymore, but I got it in an Ipsy bag, and it's just like this flat top brush, and it's like pretty firm here, so you can spread the cover stick pretty well. And then under my eyes to get rid of any dark circles, or at least attempt to. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take some of this CoverGirl powder, and mine is so jacked up. It like doesn't clasp. Ugh, I can't freaking speak today. It doesn't clasp closed anymore, and I kind of dropped it, so it's just a hot mess. But it's just a powder to like get rid of any shiny spots on my face. Mostly just like the nose and the cheeks, sometimes the forehead and the chin, depending on the day. Just get everything, so I'm gonna be outside. Okay, almost done. Okay, and now I use this e.l.f. bronzing brush. Yep, that's what it is. It's kind of like angled. And then I use this NYX palette. Everything that I have is so old because I barely ever put makeup on because this is broken too. But anyway, I use this color here for contouring, and I just go right below my cheekbone and kind of blend that out. And same on this side. And then a little bit on my forehead. And then on my jawline. I really just kind of do it however I'm feeling that day. Sure, that's good. I used to be really good on eyeshadow. Now I could honestly care less. So I'm just gonna go in with this Clump Crusher by CoverGirl, and it's water resistant, which I love because for some reason I have really like teary and watery eyes when I go outside and it's windy. So if there's like even one gust of wind, then my eyelashes, not my eyelashes, my eyes start to water, and then my bottom lashes start to lose its mascara, and it's just a hot mess. So water resistant is the way to go. I don't know why you wouldn't use water resistant unless you found one that you really love and it just doesn't come in water resistant. I don't know. That's just my philosophy, but what do I know? Okay, and that's pretty much how I do my makeup. It's not a lot, but it just kind of makes my face look more uniform, kind of hide the red spots, make it less shiny, and there it is. All right, we have a little bit of time before we're gonna go, so I'm gonna wait to get dressed until it's closer to when we leave. Okay, this is the dress that I decided on. I also wore it for graduation. I think I got it at JCPenney's, but I love this like detailing here with the slit here, and then it has like wide sleeves, and it's just this black flowery pattern. I love the shape of it, and it's a good length. I don't know, I just think it looks so good. Don't mind my squeaky floor. And then I paired it with some black wedges with like this tan wedge part. Okay, now some jewelry. I don't think I'm gonna wear a necklace because I feel like that would just be like a lot going on up here, but I am wearing this ring. It is like silver and rose gold. I just got it at Kohl's. It's not like a super expensive ring. And then I think I'm gonna wear these like big diamondy things. I don't remember where they're from, but Dom got them for me a while ago for something. I don't remember what. We've been together too long. But I'm just wearing these. And I think that's all the jewelry I'm really gonna wear. Oh, I forgot to show you. I got a new purse. Okay, so all of the purses that I have are like big, normal, everyday purses, and I wanted a small purse that I could bring to weddings. And since I have like this black and white dress, I figured black would be a good color. So I just got this basic black purse from JCPenney, I believe, also. Different trips. But it is just this like strap here. It also has this if I want to carry it like that, but I prefer like an over-the-shoulder strap. And then it also has a little zipper over here, and I love like the white detailing here. It matches my dress really well. And then in the inside, it just has like, I guess there's spots for cards, but I'm gonna put like a small wallet in here, and there's that compartment and that compartment. And it's just a basic small black purse that I can wear over my shoulder, and it's not gonna be like super bulky. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming along with me in this really chatty get ready for me, but it's wedding season and I'm so excited. So if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else you would like to see, and I will see you guys in the next one.